Chris, obviously happy with the win, but is there any frustration or anything with how the game went in terms of the lack of ball movement and kind of letting them make it a lot closer than probably it should have been there?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it felt at times a lot like Orlando. Things were coming easy for us when we did the right things, moved the ball, and then we just, we fell victim to holding and wanting to isolate and orchestrate and all the things that, take us out of rhythm. And 22 assists is, on 124 points is not enough for our team the way we like to play. So, but, we shot the ball well. But I guess it was in the third period, just way, way, way too many contested shots. Just, dribbled contested threes and pull-up twos. So.
Is there, did you, I guess, take a little bit of heart in the way that Ant got going in the second quarter there, and just to see him find a little bit of a rhythm?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was good. I mean, he his catch and shoot jumper went in, and then his ISO dribble jumper went in, and he attacked the basket, didn't finish well. So, it was good to see him have a game like that, and we needed it.
Taurean's played well for a long time now, but what his play and the way he's come on this season, how has that kind of changed things for this group? Like tonight in the fourth, he hit
he doesn't try to do too much that the game doesn't give him. He can guard. He competes really hard, plays hard. It's like guys with experience as well. We don't have a ton of that sometimes when you look out there. So he's been big, ever since that Clippers game in early January where he came out aggressive. He just stayed in that mindset.
Do you need guys like that, when you get in stretches where the team's kind of getting out of itself, I guess, to maybe kind of help recorrect the course?
Yeah. I think it was, he's been such a big part of that second unit. And that second unit was, able to find a little bit of a rhythm tonight, and they kind of got us stabilized. Even though we didn't make a ton of shots, we got a couple of drives to the basket, got a couple of good open looks, and for sure whenever he's involved in that second unit, he's a big part of it.
Chris, Carl, I think, is third in the NBA in free throw attempts since the All-Star break. Have you seen? Obviously, we've talked about the driving as something he's been doing the entire season, but has he kind of grown in his ability to draw fouls in those situations?
Well, I like to think he's getting the benefit of the doubt that maybe he wasn't getting before the All-Star break. I think he's doing a good job of probably going a little quicker, which is putting the defender in a tougher spot. And he's drawing a lot of traffic, and he's actually staying strong through the whole move rather than trying to sell the contact.
It seems like the treading water part of your schedule is over, and I'm wondering is it easier to coach a team when you've got opposition that they know they have to play their best to beat, and you've got the stakes to the point where they are now? Is this going to be an easier way to motivate this team, do you think, moving forward?
Well, I think it's the right challenge at the right time for us. We've played well enough to put ourselves in this position, 11 games over 500. I think we earned that. I think we deserve that. But we know the competition gets a lot stiffer. But that's what we want. I think we need that right now. This is kind of a little bit of a check underneath the hood, if you will, so we can see what we got to do as we get ready for this all-important stretch run and hopefully a postseason.
As the season's gone along and Cat has become more and more comfortable expanding all the things he does well, does it get to the point where he can be a playmaker in crunch time without necessarily set plays, where he can basically be like a wing player in that respect?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's going to draw more and more attention. He keeps putting up these numbers and keeps getting to the line a lot. And, they're facing a lot of double teams in the post these days. So there's no doubt about it. He's going to be, we've said it before. There's been nights where we haven't had maybe a lot of point guard play for injury or illness or whatnot. And, he's had upwards of double-digit assists. So for sure, we're going to need that because of that's what it's all about. You bring two to the ball in the playoffs, teams you know, in all these high leverage games, teams are going to commit to not letting him beat them.
Pat Bev said multiple times throughout the year that maybe other teams he was on didn't necessarily always value what he brought on the offensive end of the floor. What has he meant for you guys on that end, and how have you tried to kind of bring out his skill set there?
Yeah, I mean, he's got experience. He's very intelligent, high IQ. You know, knows how to kind of like manipulate the floor, if you will, particularly in set plays. Plays off the catch extremely well. It's something that we need a lot and a lot more of. You know, he's a underrated pick and roll player just because he's never been in a ton of them, but he can make the reads and usually gets the ball to the right place. And he and Cat have a nice chemistry in their two-man game.